What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going over my ladder finish. I finished 284th. Of course, next season I would like to at least get top 200, if not top 100. But it was pretty good. Played a bunch today. Ended on a win. Ended on the season PB. I could have, with about an hour left, I stopped playing. I could have kept on playing, but I decided not to. I didn't want to end on a bad note. So here we are. We'll go over the replays before they all disappear. And then I did some wars. I could have won this one. I lost. I switched back and forth between Fireball. I ended on the one with the guards and lightning. Let's start with this game. This is Mikon Boya, one of the best Japanese players. He was at the last World Championship for Ponos and did really well. I should have won this game. I should have won this game, and you'll see. But he played very well. At the end, he pulled off some nice plays to keep me from being able to, unfortunately, to get the dub. So versus Balloon Cycle, you really can't RG before double elixir because otherwise you'll get really hard punished. So I mean, really, I'm just going to try to keep my furnaces up, protect them, and then get rid of his princesses. Princesses are actually really annoying for my deck. So it's not super easy. I'd say it's a little bit easier than the normal Balloon Cycle just because he doesn't have Musketeer, because Musketeer is even more annoying. Yeah, he went in right there as I used my guards. Pretty well played by him. Luckily, I was able to pull the balloon back into the middle of my furnace. It was a really good push by him. I just was able to follow up and pull that, because of where he placed his balloon, I was able to pull that balloon all the way to my Mega Minion. And that saved me from taking a hit, basically. And then right here, I think I decided to, I don't want to just throw down a baby dragon and let it die for free. I want to say this is where I just wait, even though I knew I had an elixir lead, but I knew that I couldn't get away with an RG or I'd be punished. Like, he can just go, like if I went RG in the back right now, he would go Lumberjack Loon opposite lane, and I would be in big trouble. So instead I just let him go first. And then now that I know his princess is in a lane, I can go ahead and throw a Mega Minion that's slow moving into that. And then here I'm just gonna throw down guards low. And then I mean I have air defense I can cycle through for the balloon, obviously, so I'm not too worried about getting rid of my Mega Minion there. And I know that he's probably gonna block. So now I go with that baby dragon all the way in the back. Want to play it very safe, like I said, until you get into double where you can finally get an RG out and be able to defend. So yeah, now I set up a furnace. I didn't know that that would go there, but it actually kind of worked out well because that barb from the barb barrel, that's also a trick you can do if they're doing Lumberjack Loon as their push. You can throw a barb barrel behind it and it pulls the Lumberjack across, and then the balloon gets targeted by the tower. I didn't necessarily do it on purpose there, but that's something you can do. I thought about it later in this game. I don't really think I ever had the opportunity. Anyway, yeah, like I said, princesses can be a bit of a problem, so I'm going to be playing pretty defensive. Right here, I was able to get the balloon to be locked on by blocking with guards. I think I do that again. And then in the meantime, my baby dragon's actually getting chipped. So I mean, you have to play very defensive. If you ever, like, you can lose the game on a single play by misplaying your RG at the wrong time. And I know that he's going to look for the punish here. Because he wasted that snowball, I finally go in for an RG. And then I go in for the E-Wiz because I don't want this Lumberjack to kind of push too hard, so I'm trying to kill him on his side. And then also have a lot of pressure on him. So now I know now that he's got a slight advantage. I don't know if he could have spaced those troops any better. Of course, the baby dragon E-Wiz is hard for him to defend. I'm just going to go with the guard split. And then I believe I played this furnace half a second too early. I wanted that princess to lock on a tower, so that was a bit of a misplay by me. But then a really good princess protection by him. So I'm going to try to get my barb or my baby dragon going to that lane. He tried to switch the lane of the baby dragon and also hit the furnace. That was a nice attempt by him. I'm going to play my RG, which I think was okay, maybe a bit aggressive, but I am able to get a hit. And then this does die, so I mean it wasn't bad. And I know that's gonna be a draw that if I don't go in for anything at all. Gonna pull that to the middle for the baby dragon and then the furnace. Finally he was able to break through. And then I'm gonna reset. Gonna throw down E-Wiz in the back. it's too punishable if you use RG, so I'm gonna be going for troops first. This isn't one of the matchups where I really think you can successfully start an RG in the back anyway. Kind of surprised me here with this push, and then that was a good barbell prediction by him. He kind of a beast. But we are able to pull it, and the other E-Wiz is helping me out here. But once again, when he goes offensive like that, Baby Dragon is liable to go to his side and get chipped. And that E-Wiz even gets a shot, so I'm getting pretty close to like finishing range. I get those guards down just in time, and then as a result, the balloon gets targeted by the tower because I blocked the lumberjack. I misplayed a little bit there. I could have prevented some more damage. Not that's a big deal because he doesn't have a big spell. As long as I'm able to get damage is what I'm going for here. I'm gonna start ballooning the back once again. Take out those swarm units. You know, I could have. So right here, maybe I get an RG shot if I just wait like half a second later for my troop to get closer to the bridge. I put the RG a little bit too far up. Maybe I could have gotten a shot there. Because I did have quite. That was a good time to RG. And then right there, I'm just trying to go for the lightning cycle at this point. I'm just getting ready to defend because I know he's going to have to try to go all out here. I split those because I wanted to kill the princess on the other side. I was afraid I was going to lose that tower. Able to defend pretty well here. And then now I just know I need lightning, but I realize I'm running out of time. And okay, so right here, I actually lightninged beneath the tower because usually people lightning block. I knew he was going to lightning block. People usually lightning block by placing things behind the tower, so I did it in front of the tower. But what happened was I released lightning, but I didn't have the elixir to cast it yet. And it casted late, and then the goblins ran into it. I mean, in hindsight, bats wouldn't have blocked, so I should have waited for the goblins. But then again, it's like I released it when there was no goblins there, and it was low. It was just that I released it like before I only had 5.5 elixir, and he ends up getting the block off, and I didn't get the win. It was so close. And I mean, he does have a fast cycle in lumberjack, so it's not like it's an easy matchup. But because the other balloon cycle actually beats RG, it has like a good win rate against it in the top 200, and I end up losing too the next game. It's pretty similar. Basically, I think I went aggressive a little bit too early. Otherwise, I can win this. I mean, it's like Fireball is like better at defending balloons, but then it's the Musketeer is just MVP. But I don't want to run out of time, so let's show the ones I win. We'll go through this one quickly, and then we'll show the mirror match. So yeah, starting off again with Furnace is always solid. Little Mega Minion the baby. Okay, so the ideal setup versus lava decks is typically, especially against ones that have like splash troops, and then this baby dragon was really nice by me. And then the fire spirits even help out to kill the mega. So that's like the perfect start, is you get a furnace down, opposite lane of the lava, and then you RG in front of it, and then sometimes you'll have like a unit, like a mega or an E-Wiz, and that's the perfect start. So that's exactly how you want to punish lava. More so the ones that have swarmed than the poison one. The poison lumberjack one is like the hardest possible counter to RG, but the ones that have balloon are very winnable, if not slightly RG favored. So we're able to get that really perfect start there. And he takes that lightning, but I don't really care. And I know he doesn't have tombstoning cycle, so I go aggressive with the E-Wiz, knowing that he can't lightning that. And then basically it's over at this point. Alright, and then finally we will show my last match that I did in fact win. The mirror match. If you have lumberjack, you have the advantage in the mirror match, but then guards is better against like every ram rider and hog and especially battle ram decks like P.E.K.K.A. So I went back and forth switching between lightning lumberjack and fireball lumberjack, but this one, lightning lumberjack is the best one for the mirror match, but we both have lightning guards thankfully. And you're gonna see you're gonna want to be protecting your furnaces. I played this E-Wiz. I was at 10, so I wanted to get rid of it, but that was bad. You don't want to give him that lightning. I think he ends up giving me the same lightning. It's hard to space out your troops, honestly. But yeah, you don't want to give that lightning. You want to try to. I maybe should have just waited and played the E-Wiz on top of the baby. Like, you don't want him to get tower damage, basically. And then here I was trying to time it to where I was playing my baby dragon at the same time. I knew he was going to play Furnace, and it worked out. And then here we're going to see if he gives me the lightning. So if you're him here, he was scared of fire spirits. He didn't want to play his Mega Minion. And my baby dragon does die. He doesn't have to defend that. So it's not terrible for him. I am quite a bit down elixir. His was better than mine, honestly. Because on mine, I think I defended the baby dragon. I had to with like a mega. So the fact that he didn't have to do that is pretty nice for him. And I know he can get back to lightning pretty quick. So I didn't really want to cycle like an E-Wiz and give him a lightning. He could just go bar barrel lightning and that'd be like a game over basically. At this point, I know that he can't lightning because he's played so many troops and it's single elixir. He doesn't have the elixir to do so. And I was correct. So I did play down that Mega Minion, able to defend the RG without taking too much damage, and I have a slight damage lead as well from my lightning earlier, and from like Fire Spirit chip maybe. I don't really remember. So I was thinking, I didn't realize I was about to hit double. You can do the thing where you let his fire one wave hit, and then you immediately as it's hitting you play your Furnace, and what happens is it kills his wave and hits his Furnace. I love doing that in the mirror match, but since it hit double, I didn't have the opportunity here. I'm trying to space out stuff so I don't get a good lightning. I think I end up having, I mean basically it's like this lightning you can live with. It's the same one I got on him. So, and then he goes for the E-Wiz in the back. Of course, my baby dragon lives because I placed it better than his. Here, I know he doesn't have lightning, so I'm not afraid of putting these next to each other. I put guards to take out his E-Wiz, and then he does go. What am I trying to say? He goes baby dragon, and then he bar barrels it. Right here, I decided to go aggressive because I had counter pushing troops still. He goes for the lightning, but I know this lightning is not that great because that baby dragon was on a counter push, so it's not like he was getting too much value out of it because that had already survived, and he killed an E-Wiz at like no HP, and I got free damage. So, and as you can see, I'm probably like 3 elixir up because of that Mega Minion. And then here, I'm gonna take this lightning. He gives me it onto the Furnace, but then he just puts an RG. But because I had a Mega Minion there too, it just dies. So it's like it's almost better that I hit the RG than if I had hit the Furnace. Knowing that he has no pressure at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and drop down an RG. The big thing about this matchup is like winning the bridge battles with your troops and then getting value lightnings onto like 3 units. And then right here, I'm gonna play an E-Wiz. I'm not gonna play any other units because I know he's gonna lightning. He decides to take a lightning. I think that's bad. You shouldn't really. I don't really think you should take a lightning on 2 units like that. And he did. And as a result, I mean, he went over aggressive with this RG too. I mean, he gets damage. But I'm gonna stay in like the elixir lead. I mean, like I basically do because you can see now that I'm slightly ahead because he had to defend the counter pushing units. I was thinking about taking that lightning, but I'm like, nah, that's bad. I'm gonna lose off of that. Right here, I decided to RG because I didn't have Furnace in hand yet, and I had a Mega Minion. This RG wasn't great, but my cycle was kind of awkward, so I went for it anyway. And then right here. Okay, so what I do here is I want to play this Furnace pretty far to the left because I don't want to give him a lightning onto all my units. He ends up taking it on the baby dragon. I mainly just didn't want him to hit like a Mega Minion. And he ends up taking on the baby dragon, which is fine. You don't care if they hit that too much. And I was able to defend by pulling it a little bit farther. So sometimes I do that. I'll play it to the left with the pulls as well. You won't get the fire spirit damage, but it makes it easier to keep things away from lightning. So that's situational. And then right here, I was predicting his guards. He actually didn't have the elixir to play him, so it not the greatest. But I mean, the barb also threads the tower, so it doesn't really matter. And then this really just came down to me like placing my units better than him. Especially if you know they don't have lightning in hand, you can stack units. Winning those bridge battles, that's a bunch of time, like sometimes like you don't even want a lightning. And then here I just knew he was low and I attack once again, and I'm not even gonna go for the lightning. I'm just gonna win these bridge battles. So like while he focused on killing my RG, I'm killing all his defensive units with mine, and getting quite a like lead. And then he has to over defend with his units or take damage, and he decides to take damage. I don't like this RG. He should have set up a Furnace, but I think he was getting really antsy to try to win. And as a result, I'm able to punish him He probably could have drawn that if he would have played more defensive, but that kind of happens sometimes on the ladder. People really want to win, and I'm able to punish that. But overall, I would say I didn't play it perfect, but I played pretty well. Like I got value lightnings, and you got to win the bridge interactions. Every now and then, if someone RGs in the back and you're like slightly ahead or already have a furnace up, you can RG at the bridge and attack really aggressively. You just kind of have to know the moment. Otherwise, you kind of end up in these like furnace setup and then RG in the back. And then it just comes down to like, if you're in the mirror match, it comes down to these troops interactions and like lightning, like getting value lightnings and stuff. Alright guys, so that's it. That is my games from finishing 284th global. We'll try to finish higher next season. I stopped because I just didn't want to tilt with like an hour left. Like I said, I was at my season personal best, and I knew on my personal that it would be it would show up here, and that looks all nifty and stuff. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Maybe I'll show some of the other stuff. Yeah, I beat a P.E.K.K.A there. I lost this matchup. It's winnable. I would say RG maybe even has a slight advantage. You have to like RG in the back. They rocket it usually, but you can still kind of get through and get an elixir lead. You don't want to furnace. You want to furnace low usually, and you try to get a lightning onto So the key in this matchup is actually using guard, saving your bar barrel for offense, both as like a nuisance and to kill his goblin gang, and using guards to counter goblin barrels. But I messed up a little bit early in that match and lost it. There's this new bridge spam. I beat that. I lost this giant deck. I could have won that. The Dark Prince push on the first one was rough. And then there I beat a Hog Cycle and a P.E.K.K.A. Oh, so a quick trip before I end the video. A quick tip, which is weird. You'll just have to take my word for it because I don't want the video to be too long. When you're versus battle ram decks, I found out that from watching some guy that sniper who finished like multiple accounts top 20 with RG, is versus battle ram decks. It can be beneficial to just put the furnace next to your king tower and behind your crown tower that's weak, or not weak, that's strong. And the reason for this is it's very difficult for them to attack and to defend fire spirit swarms, and you can just rely on your defensive units, and this is a strategy that allows you to not have to RG unless what happens is when you do RG, it's okay. I'll just show the matchup. I'll stop being stupid. So when you play these furnaces, it makes them play units into them and slowly kind of get you an elixir lead that way, and then you're able to RG. Otherwise, so see like this, you would think they could punish you because you don't have it, but I've like when you have the guards version, you can do this because you have pretty good defense. So basically, you don't let them kill the furnace because that's kind of good for them. They pressure you and they get rid of the fire spirits, and so you just end up using these furnaces. You stack them up. And it is a lot of pressure, and they want to split kind of, and they can't really do that if they're having to defend. So right here I take a little bit of damage, but in the meantime, like, it's not even bad for me because I'm gonna be about even in elixir, but with furnaces up, and he's gonna have to start defending these fire spirits, and I get a ton of chip in the meantime. And then right here I decided to do this because we played minions. I'm gonna bar barrel to protect. So yeah, you just kind of go with these defenses, and then in the future, like I won't give him these poisons, and you pressure him a ton. And here he gives me a good lightning. Actually, that's a really nice lightning I snuck out there. But yeah, so you put on a ton of pressure, and then finally, like here, I'm in a situation where he was a little bit down. He had played a bend in the back, so I go with an RG, and then I'm not even. Usually, I feel like in this, I would be really scared in this moment. But if you like stack the bridge, you're usually able to take out the P.E.K.K.A. And I rely on like my E-Wiz and bar barrel and guards to defend against the battle ram pushes. In the meantime, every time he pushes like that opposite lane, it's like picking his poison. Like either he pushes in a fire spirits and it takes a ton of damage, or like especially if he gets committed to the other lane. And then whenever you get the opportunity, try to kill like bandits and stuff. Right here I got a little bit panicked. I probably should have thrown down a baby dragon on that baby. But anyway, my fire spirit's still going in the left lane. try to kill bandits with like air units, and then save the other the like Ewas and stuff and guards for the if he has ghosts for that, and then for the battle round with Ewas and stuff. So yeah, I mean you have to play this matchup really patiently, and they can draw it probably if they really want to. But yeah, it comes down to you keeping Fire Spirit pressure off. Yeah, I found that it makes it easier in my opinion, especially against the one with like Musketeer and stuff, if you just rely on your units and don't use your Furnace Pull, which is interesting. And then yeah, so I'm able to get RG. And it just comes down to like, when you RG, you just gotta make sure that he's low on Elixir and he's only gonna be able to P.E.K.K.A. And that allows you to get out units behind it that basically kill it before it gets across the bridge. So that's the biggest thing. It's just, you just have to know the moments and like, yeah, so I'm able to take the win there. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I will try to finish even higher for you guys and show the replays on that next season. So thank you once again. Subscribe if you liked it. Let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.